On May 2nd, residents in Marquette and Alger counties will vote on a 20-year special education millage proposal. If the millage passes, it will fund required special education services in local schools.
I guess just my favorite part of schools, just the routine of it all, not just that, but also like the awesome teachers, the awesome paraprofessionals, the awesome, coaches and stuff like that, for who have made me feel included and just made me feel a better person.
Students with disabilities are entitled to the same high-quality public education as students without disabilities.
Special education is meant to bridge the gap. For students that have proven disabilities, it equalizes the platform for them. So if someone has a reading disability, they could be in a general education English class, but we could provide them with audio presentations of all the reading materials. So it's meant to help with that gap that happens from what we would call a typical student to someone who has a disability. Right now, special ed is being funded, but it's not being funded from special education funds. It's being pulled from general education funds and other programs.
In Marquette and Alger County, we have just over 9,000 students. 1,600 of those students are students with disabilities. The cost on an annual basis to educate those 1,600 students with disabilities is $25 million. From the state, local, and federal government, we receive about $20 million annually. So that creates a $5 million gap annually that our local school districts must cover. They must find ways internally to shift money from the general fund to cover those special education related costs. If this millage is supported by the voters, then those resources will remain in the general fund. It will allow school districts to provide other supports and services to the general population. For example, advanced placement coursework, gifted and talented programming, maybe an increased teacher-student ratio is a possibility. Infrastructure, extracurricular programs. Really the priorities are going to be determined by each local board and administration.
Even if you don't have a special education student, this millage would free up funds that are right now being used in special education that should be earmarked for other things. So it does help the general ed students as well.
This millage will provide funding to 13 school districts in Marquette and Alger County. It will ensure that all students have the opportunity for a high-quality education, and it will remove the barriers to learning that many students in our two-county area experience. We need you to tell us what the priority is.
Please take the time to go out and vote on this special education millage on May 2nd.